Hey there, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we'll be going to quickly have a look at the web frameworks. So what are the web frameworks we'll be going to use in our front-end project, right? So as you can see, we have just created our React application using Vite and the Tailwind, right? So let's try to discuss all of these frameworks and how we can take the advantages of all its documentation and how it works, right? So what is Vite? So Vite is really very popular tool, right? Especially for React development. So it uses the native ES modules in the browser. So when we are running the application, it's just start instantly. Even if it's a kind of large project, also it doesn't matter, right? So it has a kind of blazing fast hot reload system. So that means like while it is reload the application like any kind of React application or maybe Vue.js, Next.js, anything. So it's going to be reload only those files whoever having the changes, right? And it has a kind of built-in optimization features, just like for the TypeScript and JavaScript and JSX, TSX, CSS modules, Post CSS, and Tailwind CSS, and it has a dynamic import as well as. We have used the Tailwind CSS as well as with the help of Vite. This is really going to be a great advantage for us, right? So now let's try to understand what is Tailwind. So if you go to Tailwind website at tailwindcss.com, then in the documentation you can find it out all of the required guidelines there, right? So how it's gonna work and how you can install it. But the Tailwind CSS is a kind of utility-first CSS framework for rapidly building modern and responsive user interfaces. And syntax is quite explanatory. If you see here in the syntax, you can see like, we can directly use the size of the text, like defining something like this way, then font will be bold and underline. Quite explanatory. And if you see here in the down the line, the documentation as well as an example, if you are looking for let's say justify content, right? Justify start or end and everything look like very nice. And let's try to have a look at the components or templates, right? So let's go to components. And if you see here in the documentation, let's say, and if you have a look at like how this the component will be look like, let's say e-commerce, right? So how the e-commerce API will be look like, or how we can display our product. So this is the way you can design your component very nice, super silky. And if you go to the React and go to the source code here, you can see like this is really very cool, right? Div and the class name, you can just like mention the what kind of the color you need in your background, right? And the syntax also quite flexible. You can add as many as the design and together, just like in one single class name, right? So these are the things we are going to design together, right? And nothing to worry, we'll be cover everything in very nice way. But as of now, let's try to go ahead with the rest of other frameworks. So here, we are going to use the Redux toolkit also. So what is Redux toolkit? So Redux toolkit will be going to help us out to maintain our global state throughout of the application, where we'll be going to add any kind of product to the cart, or maybe going to place the order, all right? Then maintaining the user states, login or sign up or etc. Everything will be going to handle with the help of Redux toolkit, right? And for the API, we'll be going to use Axios, where we will call a bunch of APIs from our backend microservices or backend monolithic application. Those are the things we are going to use, right? If you are not aware about the Axios and all, nothing to worry, we'll be cover everything together. Then finally, once everything is set, then we'll be going to deploy our application with the help of AWS Amplify, where we'll be setting up some kind of repository in our GitHub. Then after that, we'll be going to hook it up with our AWS account. And we will see like how pipeline we can set it up for faster delivery of the front-end application. Perfect. In the next lecture, we'll be cover the prototype section. Then we'll be going to kickstart our writing the code. Thank you.